Okay, now we finna replace the air ride compressor to my air ride shocks on this 2007 Chevy Suburban. I recently just put new air shocks on it, and I replaced this pump about a year ago, and I had it unplugged for the whole time until a couple of weeks ago. I put the new air ride shocks on it, and once I plugged it in, it raised it the first time, but after that it stopped working. So I got it from Rock Auto, and there's some good people to work with. I just put a warranty form online, and they sent it back to them, and they sent me a new one before the old one even got back to them. So I like that company. I get a lot of stuff from them, and so this process is very easy. I'm going to show you how to do this real quick. That way, when you need to do it, you won't have to take it to the shop. I mean, this whole process only takes about 10 minutes from start to finish. So that's even taking the old one off. So I'm gonna get the camera set up for you guys to see what I'm doing. I'm gonna try to do it in real time to show you that it only takes about 10 minutes. So, all right, well, let's get started here. Okay, we have two bolts right here, and they 13 millimeters, and there's one bolt that goes through the back of the frame that's on the back side here, but it's a hole in the frame that you stick the socket into to loosen that bolt. So right now, I'm gonna loosen these two bolts. And you don't even have to take these bolts out. You just need to loosen them where you can slide it. So we're gonna loosen them pretty good. Then I'm gonna go to the back side here. The most difficult part of this whole install is to get that socket on that bolt that you can't see. But it goes on there pretty easy. So I'm just loosening that bolt up. Like I said, I'm not trying to take the actual nut off the bolt. I'm just trying to loosen up so I can this whole unit slide sideways. Okay, then we got electrical connection on the top here, and it's just a little pin thing that you push down to disconnect that connection there. Let's do it with this hand. It's been difficult because I'm filming it. I don't know why it's been so difficult. I take that back. This is going to be the most difficult part of this install here. It's just the problem that you have to pull that connection down, that little pin down real far to get it to come loose here. But it seems not to. There we go. So we got that connection loose. And on top here, I zip tied it down just for it wouldn't move. It's the actual hose, the air connection hose that goes to the other side, air shocks. I just need to cut that zip tie loose before I can get to that connection. See that or not, but it's two hoses. Well, it's actually three. One hose goes to the actual air compressor itself. The top hose go to the passenger side air shocks, and this other hose goes to the driver's side air shocks right here. So what needs to happen is we need to take the one off that goes to the passenger side air shock. So this is just a little pin on here, a little clip. What I do is, you know, it's real light. It just basically just twist it and it comes off. So I got that loose, and what I want to do is, it's got the same kind of little pin. I'm just gonna take it off on this other side and show you real quick. To me, it looks like a small paper clip. I mean, that's all it is. And it just goes in the slot on that air hose. So I just took that off, and I'm just pulling the air line off of that air shock. So right now, this whole thing is loose. All we gotta do is push it, pull it this way. We'll slide it this way, because it's got little grooves that the actual nuts and see right there, it's loose. One thing I forgot is this vent hose that goes up to the vent little deal on the end of it here. It goes up in here by the actual gas fill nozzle thing. It's just a little hole where stuff can't get to it, like, you know, dirt and stuff and water, and it's just held in there with a little plastic, like a little panel clip. Right now, I'm just going to take the hose off of it here. So right now, as you can see, this is loose. And I'm going to put the other one in. All you got to do is, like I said, you see can you see these holes here? Let me move my hand out the way. You see these slot holes here? They got slots in them where you actually put the bolt in, and you slide it down and locks it in place. And that's all you do, just tighten up the bolts when it slides down in that little slot right there. And that what hold it in there. So, and the other one is already put together. Everything's on it, the pump and the vent and the air connection. We do have a little red cap on the driver's side air connection hose. But what I would do is, I would find the driver's side the passenger side air hose, which is still on here. So I'm just going to take this clip off. This one has a little plastic clip that's like that metal one, but it's plastic, and we just pull it out of that T. So right now, this is the actual passenger side air shock air hose, and the driver side air hose is on the new unit here. As you can see, it's got the clip in it. I'm gonna take this clip out because you can't put it on with this clip in there. So I take the clip out. Make sure I got it in there right way here. And before I put it up in there, I'm going to try to put the driver's side air hose onto this compressor here, air compressor. And like I said, all it does is snap on it. Well, it doesn't even snap on it. You just push it down. Then you put this little plastic clip back in there. And then you, at this point, really, make sure you get the air vent out. That's the little plastic part that's up in this hole by the gas fill nozzle. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure this hose is out the way. Find the slots. Make sure you put the one in the back in first. So right now that's installed halfway. All you got to do is tighten up the bolts. As you can see, this is not difficult at all. And I wouldn't dare take this to the shop and let them charge me a couple $100 for something I can do in 10 minutes with one wrench. Okay, these two bolts are tight. Now I'm gonna get this last bolt over here behind the frame rail here, if I can find the hole. It amazes me how certain things are so easy. Most people just don't know. Haven't even tried it. I try everything once. I rarely take any vehicle I've had to the shop. It's some things I have no idea on, but I've tried them first, and if I mess them up even more, I take them, to the shop, go fix it, But that way, if it ever tears up again, I at least know something about it and how it should work. We got that in. So now I'm going to connect this electrical connection. Make sure it's in there good and tight. It won't come out. Then I'm going to get the air hose for the driver's side air shock. Remember, we already connected the passenger side air shock. So the driver's side air shock is right here. And it just goes over and plugs into the driver's side air shock. And we're gonna get this pin. We're gonna just put the pin on, make sure it doesn't slide out. The best way is to start that pin up on the air hose and pull it down over top of that connection. So that's in. So the only other thing I got is this air hose, this vent hose connection here. And all I need is my screwdriver to actually pry that like a little body clip thing away from got that loose. And as you can see, it's just a little plastic push-in thing. Looks like a body clamp, like to hold the body panels on inside the truck, you know, to the actual truck. So, okay, I got the old one off. All I need to do is put the new one in here. I'm gonna clip it back where it was with the body clamp deal. And now I'll just put it back where I got it. There's a little brace up here that all this stuff actually just snaps into. And I'm basically done, but I do put a zip tie on that connection. Let's see if I can bring my camera back some. You see where it just hangs right here. I'm gonna put a zip tie just to hold it up out the way in just case something bounces up under the truck and grabs it and snatches it off. So let me get two zip ties and we'll be done. Like I said, I just use a zip tie to hold it to that air hole things right there. I don't know what that is. That's something meant for something else. I don't know, for the tank or what, but I just clip off the ends. And that's it. We got everything in. Everything's tight. All the air hoses are connected. So the only thing we got left is to try to see if it works. So let's get off it on this truck and crank it up and see if the air compressor comes on. Alright, it's coming on. Let's see if it lifts the truck. Yeah, it's lifting it pretty good, so I think, well, that's another good job well done. So I think we'll go to the next job whenever that comes. Right now, this job, like I said, don't take this to a shop. Do it yourself. And well, I guess we'll see you on the next one.